Hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So today I want to go ahead and show you guys one of my new rings that I crafted that I am going to be using for Shaper. And you'll see this happen here, I believe, in like just a little bit here. So basically, I decided to go with an unset ring, and the reason why I decided to go with an unset ring is essentially because... Actually, I just realized I need to like zoom this up a little bit. But the reason why I decided to go with an unset ring is because unset rings can roll their new prefix. And the new prefix is essentially plus 1, 2, or 3 to level of socketed gems. And this can essentially mimic and empower without a mana multiplier reservation. So it actually works out really well. Now, I personally also just realized that you actually don't need to use unsets. And you technically can actually put a 5 link in your shafts and use 3 level 21 gems with a level 3 in power, with a level 3 in lighten, and this exact same setup will work. And then you can technically use opal rings and craft them with fire damage, but that is like the next step, and fucking already crafted this, so I'm already kind of stuck into this. So this is the ring that we had, plus 2 level of socketed gems with 13% all resist. Now 13% all res is really good. It helps me because I actually need all res on my character to make sure I'm capped. Plus 2 gems is exactly what I need because I have a level 21 Purity of Ice, so plus 2 would make 23, which is exactly what I need. So I decided personally, I'm going to go for the Regal. Some people don't agree with it. You know, I'm crafting something specifically for me. I'm not trying to make money on it. If I can give myself an upgrade, it's an upgrade. You know, like that's how it is. You're playing hardcore. Your goal is to not die. So I went ahead and slammed it with a Regal and got a pretty fatty ES roll of 44, which was pretty cool. I was hoping for a suffix, but this is actually a really good prefix. So I was, as you can see, I mean, you can't really see in the chair because I'm kind of in the chair, but I was like super fucking happy. I was going crazy. And I want to show you guys that ring that I'm using right now. So let's go ahead and pop over to it. So this is the ring that I've got. Now I just spent an additional 2 exalts on it with Elrion. So I can't do this, so I went to my friend. And if you guys want to know who it is, it's actually Hector. He has all masters level 8 if you're curious. But I use the 2 Exalt Slam, which basically forces it and allows you to have multiple crafted mods. Now, by having multiple crafted mods, you can now do a couple cool things with it. So, actually I didn't mean to take that out. What I can do with this now is I can actually craft a prefix and a suffix. So the suffix that I'm going to craft is most likely going to be intelligence. And my prefix is definitely going to be percentage. Where is it? Where's percentage ES? It's on here somewhere for 1 exalt. Percentage energy shield right here. So that's pretty much going to bring it in line with what my other ring looks like, which is lightning res, dex, and plus 3. Now, again, this one is plus 3 because I have a level 20 purity, but I've got a 21 purity here, so a plus 2 will work just fine. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do something kind of risky, and I'm going to slam it with an intel because I want to have as much energy shield as I can, and this is basically going to give me like 100 energy shield for crafting this. So I'm going to put an intel suffix, which is going to look really fucking stupid, but I mean I want some deeps. So bam, and we just got a 24 int. Now we're going to go ahead and slam it with the fatty ES roll. Let's hope for a 17 plus, and we got 5. Okay, so 5% ES is unfortunately unacceptable for me. So now we're going to go ahead and divine the rolls. But before I divine the rolls, let's see. It looks like our energy shield can roll from 44. I'll actually put this on screen so you can probably see the script too. Or maybe it doesn't show it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Sometimes it shows it, sometimes it doesn't. Let me try one more thing here. Does this apply so you can see it? Okay, you guys can actually see it. Let's see. There you go. It's kind of a little bit awkward to see because of like the positioning of this, so I do apologize. There's really not much I can move with this. Actually, here, let me try to... Alright, let's do that. Sorry about that. Okay, so as we can see right now on this ring, we can see the prefixes and suffixes. It's got 3 prefixes, 2 suffixes. Except that doesn't really count because I multi-modded it, so that doesn't... We're just going to ignore that. The plus 2 is a prefix. The 44 max ES is a prefix. It rolled on the low end of the 44. It rolls from 44 to 47, so by divining it, it can actually go up to 47 flat. The all res is directly in the middle. The intelligence rolls from, actually according to this, 23 to 27, which is pretty cool. And then the max ES rolls This says 5 to 7, but that's not right. Some of the things are kind of weird, and I don't really understand them on the script. I'm still learning it. But from what I know that I can divine this, and it can go upwards. So here we go. And we now have an 11. 11's not good enough for me. I really want higher. And I got 18. All right, cool. So I rolled an 18% max ES with a lower intel roll, but actually a higher maximum energy shield roll. So this should actually put me, I believe, to 18k energy shield. No, oh wait, we don't have everything reserved yet. Purity of Ice. And we are now at 18.2k energy shield. Now the cool thing about our character is our resistances. Actually, that's not even the right purity. That's the shitty purity. Our resistances are going to be ridiculous. And we are set for Shaper now. Our resistances are actually 83 fire, 83 cold, and 84 lightning. Which makes us like fucking ridiculously tanky, alongside with the regeneration and everything else. So the only things I could really do to improve my character past where I'm at now, because I can go ahead and go over my gear a little bit, I could have a 50% ephemeral edge socketed with, Vauled with Culling Strike. That's pretty important. Because I removed my other ring, which was this one, which had a prefix for lightning damage, I technically need to put like added cold damage in here now instead of Culling Strike, and we can move Culling Strike around to somewhere else. My gloves are pretty bad. They're only 177 ES. These could be substantially higher, and they don't even have an intel roll. So I could actually get like 600 plus, probably like almost 600 to 800 gloves or ES off my gloves. My belt is still a baited breath. I've been trying to find a perfect baited breath, but it keeps getting sniped off me, so feels bad, man. Baited breath gives substantially more ES over a crystal belt. Now this is a shitty crystal belt, as you can see. So if you use a crystal belt crafted with like intelligence, kind of like Howa builds, it would be pretty good. Sintrek obviously can be upgraded, but they're really fucking solid boots, to be completely honest with you. Just because they give 200 ES with 20 intelligence with 30 dex. And that 30 dex does have to be looked at like an ES node, because that's pretty much what it is I would have to get a 30 dex node if I didn't, because that would mean I would have to get another suffix on this, and that just doesn't really work for me right now. This ring is pretty solid, like I said. My shield I actually divine got to 558. I'm thinking of buying like 20 divines and slamming my shield, because I believe it can go up to like 158% increase, but the flat is capped already. But it's a lot cheaper than trying to buy a 600 ES shield, and that'll give me incentive that maybe I'll get like a 20% reduced damage taken over time roll as well. Presence of Chayula, realistically I could get +1 curse, and if I got +1 curse, I could respec 4 points here and get more ES. My helmet is honestly pretty solid. I don't really see much changing with this. And like I said before with my shafts, there is something you can kind of do that I was explaining before. You can realistically use Purity of Ice, Purity of Fire, Purity of Lightning, and then you could use Enhance, Empower, which is a 5-link. So you'd have 3 Purities plus Enhance and Empower. And you could actually have the exact same setup I have, and you wouldn't need to have 2 unset rings then. But you would lose a potential 5 and or 6 link from your chest piece, and that may be required for bossing. I don't know yet. I haven't really played around the optimal setups. I'm about to get into that stuff right now, so I'm super stoked for that. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Some people were asking me about this before, about Mind Over Matter and whatnot. These 4 nodes are basically equivalent to Energy Shield nodes. Energy Shield is probably going to give you a little bit more scaling, like by like 20 or 30. But if you ever need additional mana, this is what it's for. It's literally like the same thing. I get asked this question like a million times a day. These 4 nodes are essentially like 5.8% ES nodes. That's not like an exact number. That's kind of just what it feels like. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I just wanted to keep you guys updated, and I hope I can get you guys some Shaper content soon. That should be in the next couple days. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful time. Hope you guys have been enjoying yourself. I do appreciate all of the positive feedback on YouTube. So, you know, give your guys a thumbs up IRL. And if you like the video, feel free to thumbs up it as well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said before, remember you can catch me streaming live every day at twitch.tv/Pohx. And I hope you guys have a wonderful time. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I don't know why I said my intro like 14 times. I've been streaming for 14 hours and I'm fucking tired. Have a wonderful time, everybody.